Hey guys, I know this is a little different view than what you guys are normally seeing for layout stuff, but I figured I'd show you what I'm working on, and hopefully today I'll have a few projects done. That way, come next weekend, we can install some of them on the layout. The layout's come a long way, so hopefully Wednesday I will be able to do a layout update for you guys, and I'll post that up right away. I'm backlogged on a lot of Railfan videos due to a problem with my video editor. For some reason, it's giving me a skipping video and stuff. So I'm getting some help with that, getting it sorted out. So since this video is not going to be edited, um, I can upload this one right away. So anyways, guys, we'll get right into it. The Wisconsin Central is a big part of the model railroad uh, that I'm modeling. Um, we're going to be doing a lot of the lumber that and paper that the WC did. We're also doing a lot of coal. So we have BNSF coal train, a BN coal train, um, NS Topcon coal train, CSX. We're also having a WC coal train, um, and CNW. Pretty much almost every railroad that you would see um, here in Wisconsin uh, during the WC era and even modern day, we are going to have on the layout. Now, when it comes time to actually doing the train running and stuff, I'll show you all the different railroads, coal trains that we'll be having. I think there's only like 8 different roads for coal trains, about 30 to 40 cars max. Um, for the coal drags, all the ways are going to be about 25 to 30 for the minimum. But I figured I'd show you this. This is the WC uh, turntable, as well as the CSX uh, sanding rack that I'm building right now. The sanding rack's a Bachmann kit. I don't have any instructions anymore. They were lost a long time ago. So I'm building it off a photo of one that's actually built off Google, which is why you see the computer in the background on the couch. So far stuff's just drying and sitting there. I'm going to assemble it and then paint the upper deck and that stuff silver. I can't finish assembling it completely until I do that, but it'll look really, really well when it's done. And then we're also working on, I should say I'm working on, because my dad wants me to build the buildings, um, the lift bridge. This is as close as I could get it to the Oshkosh Bridge here in town. So new lift bridge that CN put in. So I painted it that god ugly brown rust color that they have theirs. Still working on the walkways to be black. And then I want to clean up the railheads and paint the pillars a concrete color, and then do some grass and stuff like that, and then uh, probably wait to put it in the layout to add anything else to it. But we're going to have some rigging on there for steel cables and stuff like that. Also, the water tower in the back there is going to be a part of my dad's locomotive shop area. It's going to be right next to it. So Walters one. We have Walters in Milwaukee. So my dad got it on sale because it was missing parts, and they either throw them out or they mark them down and they stick them in the shop for very cheap. I think this is a $30 water tower, and my dad got it for $14 because it's missing all the X bracing. I just went down to Hobbytown here in Oshkosh and picked up some metal wire that's the correct size I'll just glue those, cut them to length, glue them in, paint them silver. You'll never tell the difference. But also, since we are doing lumber, as I was saying, and coal, the coal industry, I have a whole video on it for the coal for CSX. So I've been watching that, so I get the how to model the coal industry for modern day really down pat. So it's pretty simple. Some loadouts, and then a small little holding yard for the empties that are getting loaded, and then a small little holding yard at the new facility that we're building on the layout for unloading, and then the dump house and stuff like that. I might even add a barge in there and have it loading into a barge. Don't know. But with all that to come, we've got a lot to figure out and stuff. But this book here is going to be very helpful for the logging and paper mill and sawmill industry, how to model it correctly, how to model all the stuff. And with that, the book is the Matt Coleman Trains, Tracks, and Tall Timber. This book is awesome. It tells you the history on making lumber and paper, shows you the sawmills and everything. And what's really nice about this is it's all in color. That way you can model it perfectly on your layout. Now, we are not going to have everything on the layout that's in this book, just because the facility is so huge. But if you look at this, I open this page to show you guys, it shows you the real ones, and then it shows you the Walters buildings that you use, and what it would look like on a layout and stuff. Now, with that said, some of the stuff, yes, I have to kit bash because you either can't get it anymore, or it's very hard to find, or they just plain out don't make it, like the semi-dumper for the sawdust. That I'm probably going to scratch build. I've already started on the rotary dumper for the paper plant. That's actually going to be operational. You'll actually, I got a lot of wiring to do on it. I'm actually going to have it so the car rolls in, I can flip a switch, and the hold down bars, which actually hold the car on the track, will come down and set down and hold it securely on the track. And then another switch, I can hit the switch and it'll rotate the car and simulate it being dumped. Now, with that said, we're going to do that, and we're actually going to have two of those like that. This one, and then we have another one, and one's going to be used for coal cars, and the other one's going to be used, as I said, for the paper mill. And what'll be nice is both of them will be operational, but the paper plant one won't have sawdust dumping out of the cars. It won't be moving sawdust or anything, and that's just because that's going to be a very dusty ordeal and everything, and it's going to be very hard to have it load it into the cars without clumping or anything, because you can't get that wet or it's just going to sit and stick and all that other stuff. So it's just going to be, we got to figure out how we can take the loads out of the cars before or after the car's rotary dumped. That way you can load it as your train's being ran under the loader, and then you can unload it as it's being dumped, and then cycle it back into the operation. Now, the coal on the layout might be the same way, otherwise we're thinking about having moving coal like NS Miler 24. But with that said, guys, I just want to give you an update. I got some more buildings I'm working on in the back that are on the shelf in my bedroom, and that's 2 diesel shops, a 3-stall pit shop, and a 3-stall diesel shop from Walters. And then we're also working on a Blue Star Ready Mix and a Culver's. But with that said, guys, that's all I got for you. The video's kind of long. You've heard me jibber jabber for long enough. So hopefully this next video will be of the layout or some rail fanning before the layout update comes up. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching.